Good day to everybody out there to see thy wealth, water your health, drink a glass of water. Today is the perfect day to boss up, you heard? Today is the perfect day. Every day is the perfect day. But for some reason, you didn't get started yesterday, so today you got to get on top of it. Today, you have to get on top of it. Man, I saw something in the news where Ray J is getting ready to hit Kim Kardashian, or the feds are getting ready to hit Kim Kardashian with a RICO, allegedly. Ray J is saying that it's going to be worse than the Diddy case. It sounds spicy and everything, and that's cool for them. But reality is, you and I, we still have to live our lives. We still have to pay our bills. We still have to take care of our children, if we have any. We still have to show up every day, because we don't have millions of dollars like Kim K and Ray J. You know what I'm saying? So the question that I have for you is, what have you done today to become more sustainable in your life, self-sustainable, to where you don't need the government, to where you don't even need to go into a job, to where you don't need to pay a water bill, to where you don't have to pay an electrical bill? What have you done today in order for you to acquire some land so you can pay cash and not have to worry about a mortgage and interest rates? Because with all these job layoffs, right, and with all these people getting furloughed, it's becoming a problem out here for the everyday American. It's been a problem. And now it's starting to show up even more. Over 100,000 jobs. What's going on out here? How are you going to be able to feed yourself? Let's just say they cut off YouTube tomorrow, Instagram, TikTok, right? And all of that income was sucked up and dried. What are you going to do if you are an online influencer? Because I don't make enough money from this. I don't make any money at all. You know what I'm saying? But I do have security with all these fruit trees out here, with my garden in the background, with no mortgage, solar on the roof, well water. Somebody said, why do you talk about the same thing every day? Well, McDonald's can get on TV every day and pay for advertising and show you the same Big Mac day in and day out. Nobody has nothing to say about them, and they spend billions of dollars on marketing and advertising. But here I am coming on here with a positive message, talking about off-grid living, telling you to go to your local county, ask for over-the-counter tax deeds, ask for the lands available. If it's not called over-the-counter tax deeds in your county, it's probably called lands available, or you could just say the properties that didn't sell at the previous auction, the previous sheriff sale, the previous tax deed sale. What is so problematic about me coming on here every day? If I chose to come on here every day, sometimes my message changed, but for the most part, it's about living off-grid, taking care of yourself, being self-sustainable. I'm now in a position to do that. What is so problematic with somebody like me coming on here telling you to do for self when McDonald's, Burger King, Home Depot, Lowe's, any major corporation can market in front of you every day on any commercial that comes on your television to persuade you to buy their product? I'm not trying to persuade you to buy a damn thing from me. Only thing I'm trying to persuade you to do is, yes, watch me, but also to go get your own piece of land so you can become self-sustainable. But for you to go get that land, I'm not asking you to buy none of my properties. I'm not asking you to come buy no property from me. I'm asking you to go get your own, so you don't even have to, so you can do the same thing I'm doing. There's a mosquito in here. So you can get online and influence and motivate someone to and go get their own property. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I'm going to do it every day. I might box it up and gift it to you a little different tomorrow than I hit you with today. I might be out in the mountains in a waterfall tomorrow, or on the ATV, but at the same time, there's the message to become self-sustainable, to where you can take care of yourself, to where you can feed yourself, to where you don't have to tap into a local third-party government entity, pay their bills, to pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? Because if they turn all that stuff off, what are you going to do? If there's no food in the grocery store, what are you going to do? Run in the streets and go mad, robbing. Because if you lose your job, what are you going to do? Try to figure out how you can pay your mortgage. But if you ain't got no mortgage to pay, you ain't got to worry about that. That's less stress off you. If they turn the electrical off, what are you going to do? You ain't got no lights. You can't take a bath. Hot water heater ain't going to work. Can't watch no TV. So it's about staying one step ahead. Or in other words, being prepared to take care of yourself in case someone else takes away the privilege that they gave to you, which is the ability to purchase their product, which is electric, which is water, which is a mortgage, which is food in the grocery store. So we have to wake up to the reality that we have to eat every day. And then all y'all meat eaters out there, no disrespect, no shade, we all don't. And I'm not saying you're wrong for eating meat. All I'm saying is I used to eat meat, and I feel like I'm healthier now that I don't eat meat. And I don't eat a lot of processed foods, and I don't eat dairy. So if they took the food out of the grocery stores, I'm perfectly fine here. I got plenty of fruit trees, and not only that, if I didn't have those things, I can fast, because I've prepared my body over a period of time to go days without fasting, weeks I have. Not that it's something I like to do, it's not a pleasant feeling. But if need be, my body is conditioned. My mind is conditioned. I'm a step ahead of the game. I don't have time to be dependent on the House of Representatives, the senators, the governors, the mayor to be making a decision about what's in my best interest. When you turn on C-SPAN, again, most of those people look white. And I have nothing against white people. I love y'all. But when it come to me and what I look like, if nobody's in that room making the decision that looks like me on my behalf, what the hell am I supposed to think? How can I feel like someone has my best interest at heart? There's no way I can feel that way. I don't feel that way. I don't feel like anybody in those back rooms or those rooms on TV have any interest for me or what I want to get accomplished. And why should they? They should be trying to protect their own. They should be putting themselves first. That's the first rule of nature. So us as a people, we have to wake up. And I said, this isn't about a race thing, but all of us have to wake up in America. We have to wake up. We have to do for self. Yes, things are expensive, but it's also expensive to not be prepared. It's also expensive to be caught off guard and surprised. COVID, it hit you with a few stimulus checks, but that wasn't going a long way. What I'm gonna do with a stimulus check? I didn't even cash mine. Not that I had the money in that particular manner, but at the end of the day, when you start accepting things from these government entities, you start signing unwritten contracts that you didn't even know you were signing just because you cashed a check. Nah, you can keep that $600, $1,200. As much as I may have needed it, I didn't need it, but I could have used it, absolutely. Sometimes everything that looks like it isn't free. I don't want a handout. As you can tell, I'm on my own piece of land with no mortgage, with solar, with a garden, with plenty of fruit trees. So I know what's best for me. You know what's best for you. If you have children, what is best? You know what's best for them. At least you should know what's best for them. And with all these layoffs and AI and all this stuff in the media that's swaying your attention this way and that way, you don't know what's authentic and what isn't. You don't know what's real and what's not. But the first rule of nature is self-preservation. And if things was to kick off tomorrow where you woke up and your social media wasn't working, your bank account not connecting, internet is down, radios are down, TVs are down, how are you going to feed yourself? What are you going to do? And I feel sorry for a lot of us in America, especially you black men in America. We have 98% of us don't have any handyman skills. We don't know how to frame. We don't know how to do masonry, carpentry, construction, HVAC, electrical, plumbing. We don't have these skills. 98% of African Americans in America, we do not have those skills. What are you going to do except hurt your neighbor, trying to take what they got because you don't have those skills, or hurt the next person in another community? That's not a good look. It's really not a good look. But what do I know? I'm just out here off grid, taking care of myself, doing what I need to do to make sure that I don't have to call nobody for help, to where I don't have to call nobody and ask them, I need this. And there's nothing wrong with asking for help. Absolutely not. Most of us have a problem with asking for help, and that's our problem. We don't like to ask for help because we want to think that we're independent. Whole wow, depending on the electrical company. Whole wow, depending on the light company or a water company. Wow, depending on Wells Fargo or your local PNC bank or whoever, TD Ameritrade for your mortgage. There's nothing wrong with coming together and forming a community of like-minded individuals and buying you some land, or go get your own land. And I say like-minded individuals because there's no way you want to be on a piece of land or property with people that you just don't vibe with and mesh with, because it's always going to be a bunch of turmoil, it's always going to be a bunch of friction, it's always going to be a bunch of arguments. You might as well just stay where you were. So a community of like-minded individuals is preferable. And family doesn't always mean blood. That's relatives. Family could be a group of people that you got that have come together. You guys have a total understanding of how you want to orchestrate and operate your life, and you guys are on one accord. That could be your family. Only thing I'm saying out here, man, is do for self. Be self-sustainable. Be self-sufficient. Go off grid. Get you a tiny home, a shed, no mortgage. Pay off your car if you can. A lot of people say, well, why would you want to pay off your mortgage? Listen, if you're in a single family residential home and you have to pay for your house every month, why wouldn't you want to pay off your mortgage? Now, if you're in a 3 or 4 unit building or a multifamily house building and you have other people paying for your mortgage, great. That's a good debt. But besides that, if you're in a single family house, get out of that crap or pay your mortgage off. Go off grid. You don't want to be dependent on these people, because guess what? They're going to always take advantage of you. They're going to always have their best interest at heart. You need to start having your best interest at heart. And with that, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. This is See Thy Wealth, water your health. Drink a glass of water.